Guys, so how are you? I hope you're alright. Um, last video on radial interception. So guys, now this is going to be the final and finally the lesson on how to intercept practically and maintain a certain radial. Okay, and I'm gonna divide it into two parts. Okay, the first part it's going to be rather simple, and then the second part it's going to be a little bit dependent on your own flight school. Okay, but let's get to it. You will understand it later. So first of all, first thing, guys, I'm flying. Okay, I need first of all to understand where am I. Okay, so as always, center this the CDI. Okay, CDI is centered. I'm getting this out of pod. I want to follow. Okay, I want to follow my radial that I'm currently at. I'm not currently at radial, so I'm going away from the station. So VRR it's here, since I'm going that way, and the VRR is behind me. If the VRR is here, I need to be somewhere here. So I'm on radial approximately 360, on course 360, and the VRR is behind me. So guys, what I want to do is, for instance, okay, I want to intercept, let's say, radial 060. Okay, first thing, I'm going to select it and think to myself, okay, radial 060, it's at my right, because of CDI went to the right. Okay, and the first thing I want to do is head towards the end of the CDI. Okay, let's do it like that. I'm gonna show you. Too much, the delay. All right, you're gonna head towards the end of the of the of the CDI. Okay. Okay. So towards the end of the CDI. All right. And now I'm basically intercepting. I'm gonna pause this. I'm intercepting radial 060 outbound. Okay, I'm going to intercept this radial, and this is the first part. Okay, I'm gonna put my heading or my track, if you have a track indicator, in the end part of the CDI. All right, and after doing this, now is where you're already going there, you're intercepting that radial. You don't know with which intercepting angle you're doing it, because you just set it around the end of the CDI bar. Notwithstanding, if your school asks you to do it a certain way, now it's the time to think in that. Some schools want you to intercept 30 degrees, other schools 45. Other schools do a formula which basically gives you the angle of interception, doubling the distance you are, sorry, the distance no, but the angular, the angle you are from that radial. And what's that? For instance, in my school 7A, we have that formula, which basically is, if I'm 30 degrees apart from my objective radial, then my required radial, then I'll have to do 2 times 30 an interception angle. So if I'm 30 degrees apart, 30 times 2 is 60. I have to intercept with the angle of interception of 60 degrees. Okay, but there are schools that it's like, for instance, I think the Air Force, they do 30 degrees inbound, intercepting inbound, 45 intercepting outbound, something like that. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you just, first of all, start your interception like this, and then choose an intercepting angle that either it's in your FTM, in your legal documents, or that makes sense to you. And why am I speaking about what makes sense to you? Because, my friends, if you are intercepting a radial and you are 1 nautical mile or 2 nautical miles from the VOR and you intercept because your school tells you to intercept with a 60-degree angle, you're going to overshoot the radial because you are too close to the radial. Notwithstanding, if your school tells you, just intercept with an angle of interception of 30 degrees and you are 60 nautical miles from the VOR, and if you do just 30 degrees of angle of interception, it will take you a lot of time, okay, a long time to get there. And if you want the faster way of getting there, you'll need to do the 90 degrees angle of interception. If I'm close to the radial, I'm not going to do 90 degrees. I'm not going to do 60 degrees. I'm going to do 10, 20, 30 maximum. If I'm really near the radial, sometimes it's only 5. Okay, this you will get with the experience, but to get you to understand this, all right? So I'm going to do a 45-degree angle of interception in my interceptions today, okay? Let's go back to the simulator. So to recap, we knew that we were on radial 360. We want to intercept radial 060 first. We head towards the end of the CDI line right here, and now we are going to do the math. I'm going to take this out of pause. Let me check if it's out of pause or not. No, it's not. Okay, now it's out of pause. Cool. I know this because I tried to turn it, and if it turns, it's because it's obviously out of pause. Well, and with this said, guys, so now we put it in intercepting in the end of the CDI. Now I'm going to intercept with 45-degree angle. How do I do my math? Okay, so my course selector it's in the 060 plus 45. It's going to be 105. Okay, let me put it on my heading bug. 105. Well, that's what I'm doing. Imagine that I wanted to intercept, for instance, with an angle of interception of 30 degrees. It would be 060 plus 30. It would be 090. Okay, it would be here 090. Okay, now let's say that I'm in a hurry, all right, and I need to intercept radial 060 as fast as possible. As you know, the fastest way of going is with a 90-degree angle of interception, which you don't need to do math from the course selector, because here this scale is always 90 degrees with the course selector, so I know already that it's 150, but for the sake of teaching, let's do it. 060 plus 90, 150, okay? Exactly the same thing as following this sorry, scale here. A little bit tired today. It's 5 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, getting up pretty late because I have my circadian rhythms all messed up, and obviously I don't have to wake up early because I'm basically in a COVID retreat. Yeah. Well, so now we are intercepting. Oh, why is this happening? Sorry, guys. Technical problems. I think it's delays because of being recording this. Basically, now I'm intercepting radial 060 with 90-degree angle of interception, and I'm going to be there in a bit. Let me check how much radials we are apart. Oh my god. Okay, so now we started to intercepting it. So now let's say we want to follow it outbound. We are basically just going to follow the course, the needle outbound. Now, guys, one advice: try to follow this last part of the CDI, okay? Because your radial it's getting closer to you, and you're just basically going to follow this last part of the CDI until you get to approximately a 10 to 30 degrees of interception. And why do I say 10 to 30 degrees of interception? Once again, because it differs a lot if you are close to the viewer or not. Okay, now the needle is almost aligned, so I'm going to go to the final course that I want. Oh my god, why? Multitask with a delay, it's fucked up. Because it does what I order, but a few moments later, so I don't know if I'm selecting a left turn or whatever. So, as you can see, we are now following radial 060 bound. I'm just doing this so that the needle can be really aligned. Well, so guys, now we are completely aligned, okay, with this radial, and basically what I did was I was in a certain radial and I intercepted the radial that was 60 degrees apart from me. I'm gonna do something for you to if you didn't understand what I did, okay? So right now I am in radial 060, okay? And let's give another example. Let's say that I want to intercept radial 120. Once again, radial 120, it's 060 degrees away from my position, all right? And to resemble what I just did, I'm going to take a snap of this and I'm going to explain what I did in my good old friend Paint. All right, so okay, so what I did was, okay, I know I am over this radial, okay, I want to change this color, okay, I know I'm over here, I am, come on Windows, I know that I'm over this radial, okay, and I want, let's say, I want this radial here, alright, radial 120, and first of all, what I did was just following this part of the needle, so what I was doing was this, them coming this way, you understand? Okay, I went this way, and then when I was already coming this way, I told you, okay, now we are going to stop and think with how much angle of interception do I want to intercept, okay, and then I will trim the angle of interception that I want. In the end, I noticed that I was really far away, so I intercepted at the 90-degree angle. So basically I did it like this. I came, say I was here in center, so I came here and then intercepted the radial and followed it, okay? This is what I did, okay? Let's see this. Sorry guys, I need to do another video. This one is already 15 minutes. See you in a bit.